Let's talk about your favorite lie, the word yes. When every cell in your body is screaming, no, you agree to plans you hate. You take on work you don't have time for. You smile while your soul files a complaint, and you tell yourself you're just being nice. No, you're being terrified. Terrified of disappointing people. Terrified of conflict. Terrified that if you say no, love, approval, acceptance disappears. This fear-based compliance is a core driver of people-pleasing. Many people-pleasers believe being agreeable protects them from rejection and uncomfortable conflict. But before we go further, if this kind of uncomfortable honesty information matters to you, you'll want to be here. This channel is about understanding why we do what we do, so we can stop repeating it. If that's your lane, subscribe. It tells the algorithm who this is for, and it makes sure these conversations keep showing up in your feed. And you may consider sharing it with someone who's quietly stuck in the same loop. All right, let's get into it. You've built a whole personality on top of this. You call yourself supportive, the reliable one, the one people can always count on, the chill friend, the flexible coworker. And some of that is true. You do care. You do want people to feel okay, but let's tear the mask off. You tell yourself you're just being nice. No, you're being terrified. Terrified of someone being disappointed, someone being mad, someone talking about you behind your back, someone deciding you're difficult or selfish. You're not saying yes from abundance, you're saying yes from panic. There are 3 common versions of this. Type 1, the approval buyer. Your yes is a currency. You spend it to feel liked. Type 2, the conflict dodger. You'd rather be resentful than have an uncomfortable conversation. Type 3, the self-erasing caretaker. You feel responsible for other people's emotions. If they're upset, you think you caused it. In workplaces and relationships, people-pleasing is linked to fear of rejection, criticism, and can create hidden resentment that weakens connection over time. Let's name what's actually under all those fake yeses, because it's not just I don't like conflict. It's deeper. Fear 1. If I say no, love disappears. Somewhere along the way you learned love is conditional, approval is conditional, safety is conditional. You learned that. Loud needs equals punishment, boundaries equal rejection, honesty equals people pulling away. So your body now treats no like a threat, like a breakup, like abandonment. Fear 2. If I say no, I become the bad guy. You've been trained to believe. Saying yes equals good person. Saying no equals selfish, rude, ungrateful. So you think if I say no to this extra shift, I'm uncommitted. If I say no to this favor, I'm a bad friend. If I say no to this invite, I'm cold or antisocial. You're not weighing, can I do this? You're instead weighing, will they still think I'm a good person if I don't? Fear 3. If I say no, conflict will explode and I can't handle it. You're not just scared of someone being a bit annoyed. You're scared of things going nuclear. People yelling, crying, silent treatment, drama, being ganged up on, being frozen out. So you treat no like a bomb and decide it's safer to just keep swallowing the blast yourself. Terrified of disappointing people, terrified of conflict, terrified that if you say no, love, approval, acceptance disappears. Here's what your yes is doing to you. It trains people that your boundaries are negotiable. It makes your time belong to whoever asks first. It turns your kindness into a resource people extract, and it creates resentment you're too polite to admit. You betray yourself to feel safe with others and call it kindness when it's actually self-erasure. So, what's the price of all these yeses? It's not just a busy calendar. It's self-betrayal. You betray your time, energy, values, body, actual needs to stay safe in other people's eyes. So you betray yourself to feel safe with others and call it kindness when it's actually self-erasure. How does self-erasure look? You're exhausted, but you go anyway. You're overwhelmed, but you take on more. You're hurt, but you say it's fine. You're angry, but you tell yourself you're overreacting. On the outside, agreeable. On the inside, resentful, empty, quietly furious at everyone, including yourself. You think you're keeping the peace. You're just moving the war inside. Here's the part nobody wants to look at. If people only like you when you say yes, they don't like you. They like your compliance. Read that again in your head, because most of your worst relationships are built on this deal. I'll keep abandoning myself as long as you keep approving of me. In that deal, you don't show your limits. You don't show your real preferences. You don't show your anger, hurt, or boundaries. You show them a version of you that always accommodates. They bond with that version. They praise that version. They expect that version. So when you finally say, I can't, I don't want to, that doesn't work for me. It doesn't just shock them, it threatens the contract they've been enjoying. And if their response to your humanity is withdrawal, punishment, guilt-tripping, smear campaigns, you've changed speeches. Then congratulations, you didn't lose love. You lost a system that depended on you disappearing. Saying no will not suddenly make you a selfish monster or instantly erase the people who care about you, explode your entire life. But it will do a few things. 1, it will expose who actually respects you. People who can handle your no, adjust, and still want you around like you are. People who only show up for your yes, never liked you. They liked the services you provided. 2, it will make your anxiety spike. At first, your body has been trained for years. No equals danger. So the first few times your heart will race, your stomach will flip, your brain will predict disaster. That's not proof you're doing something wrong. That's proof you're breaking a pattern. 3, it will force you to face your own emptiness. If you've built your entire identity on I'm the helpful one, I'm the available one, then saying no leaves a terrifying question. If I'm not that, then who am I? That's the real work. Not learning scripts. Learning who you are when you're not constantly earning your right to exist. I'm not going to tell you just say no and walk away, because if it were that easy, you wouldn't be here. So here's a less glamorous, more honest approach. Not 5 tips, just 3 rules that might hurt a little. Rule 1. The pause protocol. When someone asks you for something, don't answer immediately. Your immediate yes is a reflex. Interrupt it. This is the script. Let me check my week and get back to you. I need to think about that. I can't answer right now. Rule 2. The 2-sentence no. A clean no is short. Say this. I can't. I'm not available. Then stop talking. Most people over-explain because they want permission. Rule 3. 1 honest no is worth 10 fake yeses. Every time you say a fake yes, you teach your brain you don't matter. You teach them your limits are negotiable. You stockpile resentment that will leak out somewhere else. 1 tiny, clumsy no does more for your sanity than a year of saying yes and complaining about it later. Here's the truth. If people only like you when you abandon yourself, they don't like you. They like your obedience. And the moment you start saying no, you'll learn something painful and useful. Who was here for you and who was here for access.